Ladies and gents, I think we all need to be prioritizing standard shopping campaigns within Google Ads much more than we are right now. This is because of the recent update that Google has made, which allows standard shopping to outrank PMax. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 crucial steps that you need to take to make standard shopping campaigns work for your brand or for your clients. Now, my name's George. I run the paid search company. We spend over $1 million a month on Google Ads for some huge D2C brands in the space. And before I jump into this video, if you want a one-to-one free Google Ads action plan, you can get one by clicking the first link in the description. Let's get into it. So here we have 5 easy wins that you guys can implement to make standard shopping campaigns work even better for you. Now, why am I making this video? Well, I've made a previous video on this channel about the recent PMax update, which allows standard shopping to outrank PMax. So the way this works is that when we are bidding, or standard shopping or PMax are bidding on the same product, previously PMax would always win. Now, standard shopping, well, it actually depends on which campaign out of the two has the highest ad rank. And in my experience, typically that is standard shopping. So actually what's happening is now that PMax and standard shopping are, if they are bidding on the same products, typically standard shopping is winning, okay, this time around. So I think this is a really good thing because I love standard shopping campaigns. And I also like PMax campaigns. And I like being able to run them side by side in an account without PMax just cannibalizing shopping. And the reason I like standard shopping campaigns is because you can have tight control of your negative keywords. As it stands right now, you cannot add negative keywords at the campaign level to PMax. You can within standard shopping. You also have very, very, very clear and tight control over what you are bidding on with shopping, right? You can literally see Google will give you a report of your search terms and it will tell you you've spent this much on this search term, you've spent this much on this search term, etc., etc. And you can just obviously exclude them as negative keywords if they are irrelevant, or the CPCs are too high, or you just don't want to bid on them, right? Whatever it is. And as well, there's a lot more customization, okay? So obviously within PMax, you have asset groups. Within standard shopping, you have ad groups. But you can also set a target ROAS at the ad group level. So you could have one standard shopping campaign with different product categories, and those different product categories have different target ROAS levels, based on like their profit margins, for example, okay? This is a level of customization that PMax does not have. Finally, standard shoppings are just more incremental, okay? They don't do remarketing unless you tell them to. PMax is always gonna do some level of remarketing, and oftentimes we find it's probably a bit too much remarketing. Shopping, as I say, if you don't tell it to remarket, it's just gonna go after those cold terms. So it's very new customer focused and therefore very scalable, okay? So here are these 5 wins. Now, first things first, bidding. If you are new to standard shopping, I recommend starting with a manual CPC bid strategy, then moving to TROAS, okay? This is a classic principle of Google Ads. If you are just starting out with a new campaign, now if your account is very warmed up and you have months and months and months, maybe years of conversion history, perhaps you can skip this. But in general, for new campaigns, it's best to start them on MCPC because obviously there's conversion data that's stored at the campaign level, not just the account level. And then once you're getting a sale a day, then switch to TROAS, okay? Because also at that point, you can actually see what the TROAS should be set to, especially if it's, a new campaign, as I say. So that works best for us. Diving straight into TROAS is going to be terrible because Google Ads doesn't know, how the hell is it meant to know like what efficiency it even can go and acquire your customer at if it doesn't know who your customer is. And another thing as well is when you are setting your TROAS after you've reached this and achieved this, don't set it too high. Okay, I see this is a very common mistake, is a TROAS that is too high, either at or above your ROAS goal is a bad idea, actually, because you'll end up constricting your traffic volume. Okay, especially with standard shopping, because there's not a lot of junk, right? With PMax, you actually do want to kind of keep the TROAS relatively high because, it will end up spending on display, on YouTube, all of these things. But standard shopping, the inventory is very, very high quality. So you actually can drop your TROAS pretty low and actually achieve ROAS of at or above your target, okay? Just because you set your TROAS to like a 1x ROAS doesn't mean the campaign will only get a 1x ROAS. It will perform better than that if it can. But the only thing that this will do will allow more traffic to flow through and thus make the campaign more scalable. Next, search terms. Adding negative keywords in every 24 to 72 hours is really important, okay? Making sure that you are doing those regular checks and excluding irrelevant terms as negative keywords. Make sure that you actually optimize your spend and you're spending on only relevant terms, okay? If you are spending more than $500 a day, this has got to be a daily thing. Maybe less, it can be every 72 hours. Now, of course, there are things that you can do with scripts here, which will automatically exclude keywords, but to be honest, this is why we recommend hiring a good team of Google Ads people who can come in and just do this kind of stuff for you, so you can go focus on the important things of your business. Now, of course, you can use negative keyword lists to save you time, so that every time you launch a new standard shopping campaign, you don't have to go through this whole process again. You can just add the same negative keyword lists to the campaign. Also, a really nice way of isolating bad search terms is just filtering by performance. So, I frequently use the filter option in Google Ads when I'm looking through search terms, filtering based on your KPI, maybe it's a CPA or a ROAS, filtering by what you would consider to be a bad or an unprofitable ROAS or CPA to quickly isolate search terms that are losing you money, so that you can exclude them. Next is your product feed, okay? So the way that shopping ads work and the way that they serve is based on your product feed. If it's not about keywords, right? Like search campaigns. If someone searches, I don't know, like, water bottle, right? Bit of Sam Pell here for you. And you have in GMC a product with the title water bottle and the description says water bottle, then Google is going to take this and match it to that search term, right? Roughly how it works. So the way to improve how often you serve your shopping ads and how many clicks you can get and your CTR as well is to add more converting search terms into your product titles and descriptions, right? Because you know that they convert. This is going to, as I say, allow you to show up more. Furthermore, if you want to improve your CTR, because showing up is one thing, but getting people to click is another, there's a few things you can do. You can optimize your product images, okay? So maybe this is a slight no-no in Google's book technically, but we often get away with it. Adding in colorful backgrounds in Canva or natural backgrounds, adding in like 30-day money-back guarantees onto the product image. Again, technically a no-no, but it works. Like we are running this at like thousands of dollars a day for some clients. Also, opting into the programs like reviews and top quality score, which allow or top quality store, sorry, that should say, to allow you to stand out more. Reviews on the ads just improve your CTR, and also adding things like your delivery times as well. This is really important. So a lot of things there. Okay. Next is bid adjustments. All right. Now PMax is going to automatically do bid adjustments, which is a pro and also a con, because it often won't allow you to do your own, and oftentimes, we want to actually do more aggressive bid adjustments, right? So make sure you go to audiences and you're observing, right? Not targeting, but observing all relevant audience segments that you might want to adjust. And then over time, you'll be able to see, when you look at the table breakdown, the metrics of those audience segments. And what you can do is you can add positive or negative bid adjustments. I would say no more than up to 10% after probably about 30 days of data, okay? And also you can add, minus 100% bid adjustments as well. You can completely exclude certain demographics, certain audiences if you want. And then finally, structure, okay? So as I said, shopping campaigns can outrank PMax when bidding on the same products. So I absolutely think this means you should launch standard shopping campaigns for your best-selling SKUs. Why? Because you have all of these advantages, right? You can add negative keywords, you can control your search terms, you can actually afford to have lower TROAS and scale more aggressively because you're only spending on the shopping network. You can, do your own bid adjustments, right? There's a lot of customization and control that you get with standard shopping. That's why I think you should push your best sellers in there. Now, I still think you should run PMax, especially for the rest of your product catalog, because when you have so many SKUs, it's impossible to do all of these things well. It's better that the machine does it automatically for you. But for your best sellers, you want to squeeze every drop of juice you can out of those. So that's why standard shopping is my choice. And also maximizes the probability of a high ad rank. So there we have it. Those are 5 easy wins that you can implement to kill it with standard shopping campaigns this Black Friday, Cyber Monday and beyond. And so if you enjoyed this video and you want some more help with Google Ads, with standard shopping, PMax, improving performance, YouTube ads, whatever it is, we can help. There is a link down below. First link to book a one-to-one call with me, where I will audit exactly what it is that you're doing with Google Ads for free and give you an action plan of all the steps that we can take to improve. And if you have an agency or whatever and you're worried about giving us access, that's fine. We can literally do it live on the call. So there is precisely 0 risk of booking a call, and there is 100% chance that we can show you ways to make more money with Google Ads. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.